We hit for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we have now Indestructible in play if there is a field wipe. It is needing to be exile, but I think we're safe from it. There's no black. That's what it's there for. That's what it's there for. Indestructible. It works. Sometimes we just have bad luck, but it definitely works. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Whether you're brand new to the channel or you've been hanging around for a while now, I appreciate every individual second that you spend here with us today. If you liked our mono white weenies deck, you're gonna love this. We're adding blue to it for the color combination of Azorius, white and blue, sticking towards the aggressive aggro, lots of 1-drops and a few 2-drops, while now mixing in the party mechanic to go even bigger on our top end. If you find any value within this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. This is the most important thing that you guys could ever do for me. I appreciate everyone who spends the time to do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, subscribe to the channel for even more content. Now let's break it down. What does Azorius party look like? Alrighty. This deck has an average converted mana cost of 1.9. I'm personally finding that in my aggro decks, if I can get the average CMC below 2, that gives us a leg up on some of the other more annoying decks in the meta that we see, like rogues. Because if we have, anything higher than 2 as an average converted cost, our opponent has 2 cost removal, right? They've got Bloodchief's Thirst, which is 1, but there's only 4 of those. Then there's Drown in the Lock, there's Eliminate, there's Heartless Act. They've got it all, right? So we get around folding against rogues and some of these other decks as well by playing so many cards per turn, and now their single target removal hits 1 creature and we play 2 or 3 of them per turn. So that's really nice. We have 40 creatures in the deck, you guys. 0 non-creatures. We are folding in and turning sideways, smashing our opponent. 20 lands, which is relatively balanced. It might be a little high. We could trim it potentially. However, a lot of people have different experience with the shuffler and their lands, so we put it a little bit higher for you guys in the list, and if you want to trim it down by 1 or 2, by all means, go ahead. So, with that out of the way, we'll break down the deck list. What are all of the cards? Why were they chosen to be included? Next up, strategies and synergies. How do all of those cards come together to form a coherent deck that can compete within the meta? Today, we are hanging out in Diamond 3, doing just fine, right? Loving it. And yeah, so that's that. And of course, we'll break down that gameplay footage in Diamond 3 for you guys today. Playlines and interactions, so you can really see how it operates in real time in, real life circumstances out of the theoretical deck tech section that we'll do. Of course, then we come up with our final thoughts, talking about, maybe any deck upgrades and changes that we would have liked to have seen or make in the future. All right, you guys, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to all of your friends, support financially on Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube. We also have an Amazon link that you can do your shopping through to give us a whopping 3% return. So, straight baller. All right, you guys, breaking down the deck list now. We'll start out with the 1-drops. 4 copies of the Archpriest of Iona. Its power is equal to the number of creatures in your party. We can have up to 4 creatures in our party. Its toughness is 2, so it could potentially be a 4/2 if you have a full party. For 1 mana, this is very good. It gets better though, because at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, target creature gets +1/+1 and gains flying until the end of turn. So potentially, if you put that ability on itself, which you can, you are looking at a 5/3 with flying for 1 mana. That's absolutely insane. Moving forward, one of my favorite cards from Kalkdhiem that's actually an uncommon, which is really friendly to all of the budget players out there, Usher of the Fallen. A Spirit Warrior 2/1 with Boast for 2 that allows us to create a 1/1 white human warrior creature token. Not only is the Fallen a warrior, but the warrior that it makes is, I guess, also a warrior. So this is very, very nice. And the fact that it's a 2/1 for 1 gives it a nice attack capability. Moving forward, we have 4 copies of the Ascendant Spirit. This is a 1/1 snow creature spirit. We can pay 2 snow mana to have it become a 2/3 warrior, and now activating that role within our party, of course. We can pay 3 snow. If it is a spirit warrior, put a flying counter on it, and it becomes a spirit warrior angel with base power and toughness of 4/4, which is quite nice. So 4/4 with flyer, decent. And then finally, we can pay 4 snow mana, and if it is an angel, we can put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and it gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So it does take a little bit to get it into, the 6/6 with flying to draw you a card. But once you get there, you're going to be winning games. And even if you can get it in the air as a 4/4 with flying, that's going to deal enough damage that you don't do off the start of the game to really help you close out those matches. And the draw engine, again, is just absolutely incredible. That is a stackable ability as well. So, if we have 8 available mana or we do it on different turns, the +1/+1 counters stack. And then the draw card ability also stacks as well. Moving on, we have 4 copies of the Frost Augur. This is a 1/2 in which we can tap it while paying 1 snow mana. Looking at the top card of our library, if it's a snow card, we may reveal it and put it into our hand. This is really nice. It fills the wizard role within our party, which previously was lacking. And it's, a pretty decent draw engine. You can draw your Ascendant Spirit, you can draw your Frost Augur, and of course you can draw land as well. As we move forward, we will begin to work on the deck and fine tune it. And I'm hoping that we can incorporate some more snow cards into there, so we can draw them as well and make the Frost Augur all it can be. Moving on, we've got 4 copies of the Merfolk Windrobber, a 1/1 with flying. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, they will mill a card, and we can sacrifice it and draw a card as long as our opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. Into our 2 drops now, 4 copies of our Nimble Trapfinder. This is also a rogue, 2/1. It can't be blocked if you had another party member enter the battlefield under our control this turn, and at the beginning of combat on our turn, if we have a full party, creatures we control gain whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card until the end of turn. Very, very nice. An additional draw engine alongside Ascendant Spirit, alongside our Frost Augur. 4 copies of Luminarch Aspirant. This is a 1/1, and at the beginning of combat on our turn, put a +1/+1 counter on creature we control. I love putting this counter on the Usher of Fallen, making it a 3/2 and then a 4/3, powering it up. However, we do have flyers in the deck as well, and they have obviously that form of evasion via flying, and the +1/+1 counters go very well suited to them as well. Anyways, 4 copies now of our Drannith Magistrate. Not only does this shut down Escape, but it also shuts down Foretell and Adventure, a 1/3 wizard, and whenever your opponents try to cast spells from their hands, they have to search around the battlefield and find out why via Drannith Magistrate, which I absolutely love. Moving on to our 3 drops, we have 2 copies of Linvala Shieldgate. This is a 3/3 with flying. At the beginning of combat on our turn, if we have a full party, choose target non-land permanent and opponent controls until our next turn. It can't attack or block, and its activated abilities cannot be activated. We can also sacrifice Linvala to give hexproof or indestructible to the creatures that we control. 2 copies of our Glorious Protector, a 3/4 with flash and flying. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile any number of non-angel creatures you control until Glorious Protector leaves the battlefield. We can also foretell it for 3. This is really, really nice. An additional layer of protection on all of our creatures, much like Linvala is as well. 4 copies of our Squad Commander. This is a 3/3 warrior, and when it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white warrior creature token equal to the number of creatures in our party. Again, can go up to a maximum of 4. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible until the end of our turn. This is so good. Moving on, we have a single Castle Ardenvale. Tap it for 5. Create a 1/1 white human. 8 snow plains. 7 snow islands. I don't know where that 4 came from. Must have been the Hengegate. But we do have, like I say, 4 Hengegate Pathways and 4 Mythicate Pathways as well. We are playing with a sideboard, but we're going to reveal that at the end of our video because we're looking at different cards that we might add to the deck. So, this deck does feel very, very good, but we are looking, I'll give you a sneak preview here, at mixing it up potentially, or just building and flushing out the sideboard to take it into best of 3. So, big woofs, that's the deck list. Let's talk now about our overall game plan and some of the strategies and synergies that we can use to help us accomplish it. We want to drain our opponent's health points from 20 to 0 as quickly as we can. It's an aggro deck, right? We attack. We have 40 creatures in the deck. We want to curve out. This means dropping a land for our first 3 turns, right? Turn 1 land, turn 2 land, turn 3 land. That's it until we get our 4th land, right? We do never, ever want to have 5 lands. 5 lands is like you're probably going to lose. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But don't be afraid to take a draw hand that only has 2 lands. If you have, a Hengegate and something else, or a Plains and an Island, 2 lands is fine. That's going to be okay. We do have 4 drops in the deck, but like we see here, the majority is in the 1 drop section and then the rest in the 2 drop. So this will allow us to play, 1 spell on our first turn. Our second turn, we either play 1 spell again, or we play 2 spells. And the same thing kind of goes on our turn 3 and turn 4 until we're out of cards. But at this point, we'll have a full party. Our Trapfinder can draw cards a whole bunch with the ability. And then, maybe by then we also have the Ascendant Spirit. If not, we've got the Frost Augur, and we can just kind of limp our way through our deck, which is nice. So stack your creatures, attack as hard as you can, get things like Linvala out on turn 3 for the Indestructible, for the Hexproof, so you are avoiding the wipes. Get your Glorious Protector in play, or available to be in play, again, to protect your field state. So if they do something, then you can just push this out, grab all your creatures, this gets Extinction Evented, and then your creatures come back, boom, you get lethal. And then, of course, try to get your squad commander out, because if you form a big wall of creatures and now they have Indestructible, you can just attack, right? And the ones that get through, get through. The ones that don't, that's fine. And we'll also make a whole bunch of 1/1s to block, so we don't really need our other creatures to block anyway. So it's pretty simple. There's really not a lot going on. Like I say, put the Luminarch Aspirants +1/+1, ideally on the Usher of the Fallen, if it's your first 1-drop. However, it can go on the Windrobber too. That's fine because it has flying. Also, Linvala is a good target for that as well. But you might be sacrificing her, so, be careful of that and be conscious of where your +1/+1 counters go. That's really all you have to worry about is, kind of trying to spread your value while protecting it as much as you can. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friends. Download Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant in the link in the description below for this wonderful program available for free to everybody on Windows. Get after it. It's really cool. Thanks for watching. Support financially on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, and Amazon. We'll get into the gameplay footage now and wrap up with our final thoughts. Alrighty. So, today's deck is a little different. I'm feeling relatively confident about it, I think. LOL. It should be pretty fast, and if we can get our squad commander out, it's going to be okay. But I guess there's a lot of control going around, so we'll try to do our best. We hit for 2. They take their scry. We'll keep the second Magistrate in hand in case they wipe, and we'll just focus on getting the spirits out and pushing them up. Might even keep the second spirit in hand as well and just push up the first right away. Make it a warrior, and that pushes up the Archpriest. So they only have 2 mana. They'll probably fry the Magistrate because they're using Foretell. No. Okay, interesting. Let's double play. Because if they remove it, I don't want to have not spent our mana. They take their scry here. Oh, this is dead mana. Nice. Colorless. Field of Ruin. Oh my god, my ear. It's minus 55 out today, you guys. It feels like. So it's very cold and my body hurts a lot. Push it up. Could have pushed them both up. How cool would that have been? I don't want to walk into a field wipe, though. Right? There's so many cards in hand. We don't want to just, like, fold out. We need to kind of hold on to it and try our best to survive until we find something good. Make the dust. Okay. I guess they're looking for more removal. Trying to take that spirit out. They can't play this with the escape while the Magistrate's in play. So the Magistrate shuts down Foretell. It shuts down escape. I didn't want to activate it and then them kill it on activation. But I did want to let them know that we could, potentially. Right? And we still can. Still trying to play aggressive, but trying not to fold in. Here's the event. Okay. That's unavoidable. They must have two of them. And now we push it on their end step. So it has to be instant speed. Do we just take it? Nice. Massive damage and we get a draw. Very cool. Very, very cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let's end our turn. I don't want to fold out if there's an event. They're going to cling from their hand organically. Okay. Drawing a card. They have lots going on for them now. 5 available mana. What, 8 cards in hand, I feel like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they don't get it. Wow. Drannith Magistrate. Ascendant Spirit. Azorius party. Taking it home. Going first to land should get us there. The turn 1, turn 2 looks delicious. Right? Putting the Luminarch Aspirant on Usher of the Fallen. Attacking for 3 out of the gate. Woof. Please and thank you. Alright, let's see what comes our way now. Ooh. Ooh! Just the one attack. Silly rogues. Tricks are for kids. There's no block. Should we boast? And then throw a robber out. We're going pretty wide on them. If we draw our 4th land, I think we just hold up our Glorious Protector. They need to kill the Luminarch. Oh, they get 2 Trapfinders, which is good for us. Luckily, we already have a rogue in play. They bounce the Usher. I'm not sure why they do it then, but okay. Let's shut down that borrower. Let's foretell this over. I guess let's push up the token, because it's not going to get bounced with the protector. We smash over for a decent amount, taking them down to 9, milling a land. I wish we could have given them that. Alright. How's it feel to be pushed up against the wall, rogues? No attacks. Haha. So, this is actually awkward. Did we just go ultra wide? We can get 1 damage through. And then next turn, we're coming after them. Hopefully there's no extinction event. Oh my gosh. We go all in. Let's see how it unfolds. Yeah, I think we just boast over is in that scenario instead of protecting because it's only 1 creature. So sorry, rogues. So sorry. We're taking what is a pretty good mana curve in rogues, and now all of our aggro decks that we've been making are just so much faster. Like, you know, 1.7 converted mana cost drop, stuff like this. So you just go hyper speed on rogues, and like their single target removals that they usually go 1-for-1 on people, they don't work anymore. And now the rogues need field wipes, or they need to be spamming out super wide alongside us, and then that takes away from their removal, and that's, you know, just it's a lot harder for them, I find. Well, our opponent goes first, and our hand looks pretty heavy. Right, 4-drop, 4-drop, 3-drop. That's not what we want to see. We want to see all 1 and 2s, but gulp. We're gonna make it work. There is 2 land, and you know it's 1 of each color, so it's the least we could do. And maybe if they think we're rogues, they'll concede. Right? They're like looking at our name. They're looking at that Windrobber. They're like, that guy always complains about rogues. I can't believe he's playing it. Nah, that's fine. You gotta fill a party somehow, bruh. Only use Pack Feast as your rogue. So yeah, we knew it was gonna get removed, and we didn't want to sacrifice our spirit. I'm being patient for once today, and everyone else thinks I'm playing slow, which I like. I like to be the slower player. Always the mono red player. Which is why it's still in my blood sometimes, because I was the mono red player. Doesn't matter, we still just kill Annex. They are going ham on that your go button. It sucks, but, you know, we're not gonna take all that damage. Another annex? Oh, you dirty dog! You dirty dog! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, no attacks. Oh my gosh. Guys dropping bombs, baby. Yeah, we make out here. We're gonna need some serious life gain. I don't know how we'll get it. I don't think we have any. This isn't a warrior, though. So, like, that's fine with us. And we still just do the same thing. Right, because obviously it gives a +1/+1. Then we still get the kill. And the blockers have already been declared. Oh, the trample. That's annoying, though. The trample is annoying, though. See? These freaking Annex tokens are coming down like hail. I don't know how we make it through this. Should we spam him with your go? Right? It's annoying. We take a lot of damage here, right? And they have Castle Ember, so they actually will get the commander. So we might as well put this over here. We still get hit for 4, sorry. Oh, more land. You gotta love that. Gotta love the land, man! Making them work for it, though, right? Watch this. Well, not really. Not really. Oh, we still get hit for 5 damage, at least. Good game, bro. Good game, brah. We triple draw here? Hey, almost. Hey, almost, kids, kind of. It won't really work, but, you know, it's a cool trick we could do. Oh, we got 2 blockers this whole time. Gulp. Unfortunately, we have to decline. And unfortunately, our angel can't kill this beastly dwarf. Right? I recently watched The Hobbit. You know, I got my dwarf game on. That's for sure. The Hellhound as well. Hey, we make our 2 blockers again. Rock and roll. We're hanging on, brah. Haste creature, they win. Watch this. Haha! See, get a little banter going, you guys. Have some fun with it. Have some fun with it. We got asked why we declined the Glorious Protector, and it's because we needed 2 blocks because we're on 1 life. If we only have 1 block, we lose. Oh, they got a second attacker out again. Top deck, no! Good game, let's show ourselves out. The land loses it for us. Alright, our opponent goes first. We're going to keep 7 here. And, you know, I think we just want to be greedy and go fast. Greedy, go fast. Right? That's kind of the name of the game. Flood the field, baby. Oh no, not a stomp. You should save it though. It's annoying and I hate it. Let's shut down that giant with our magistrate. We can 3-drop next turn. Can't play the giant. Hashtag Drannith Magistrate. Ouch. They destroy land. Take action. We'll get that in place. So they basically just spend their turn drawing, which is fine. We get that 4th land for our commander. Groovy. Let's help our magistrate out. You know, Luminarch Aspirant's as good as dead regardless, so just like whatever. Spirit of Aldergard. This is a card I like. I like that card. We'll keep the Augur. Right. We can try to draw with it. Even if we get a land out of the way. Oh, are you serious? And we didn't push it up above 5 because the bear was at 5 or 4. I was like, no, we don't need to push it to 5. We'll be safe. Not safe. That's where best of 3 is really fun, right? You can kind of learn about those things. Oh my god! Holy! Back-to-back wraths. And they played a creature. They just needed the mountain, that's why they played it. But why wouldn't they have fielded for it? Goodness gracious. No attacks. We can double block this thing and die. Our friend is up to no good. Lazy Charizard, straight flexing. They're pretty lucky. I guess we had unblockable there. Shame concede. The double wrath. Oh my gosh. I don't know. There is a world where we get really lucky. Oh my lord. Right? Back-to-back shatters. Back-to-back trolls. No, okay. Holy. Stop it. Our opponent goes first. Our hand doesn't look great, doesn't look bad. A couple really bad matchups in a row for us. Let's try to escape the fate. A little bit, at least anyways, I hope. Mono black. Mr. Crawley 7/10 with what I can believe to be Golgari Control. Blood Chief's Thirst, Binding of the Old Gods. It's going to be a hard push through for us. We'll see, though. We'll do our best. Interesting. That's, like, really bad, actually. Cry. So this is where it all falls apart. If they have more removal in their hand, which I assume they do because they blasted out that Blood Chief's Thirst immediately instead of waiting for Chevelle to be in play, it's going to be another hard match for us. And you know what? Maybe this deck isn't quick enough. We did have some pretty impressive wins out of the gate, but against, you know, the removal tribals, it doesn't stack up. Against mono red, if they curve out perfectly, doesn't oddly stack up, which, you know, what does. Oh, no. So we're not attacking, other than the unblockable. We need a warrior. Unfortunately, like, Polkranos is just going to wipe us out next turn. We already have a rogue, and it's got flying. Right, we just kill that. Take the 4. If they replay another Chevelle, I'm gonna cry. These are my tears. Oh, we take a removal off the top. That's always nice. It's too bad we don't have more flying party members organically. You jerk. Oh, we were gonna do indestructible. Whoops. That's my bad. Doesn't matter. Pass our turn. I mean, they should just play it safe. But I don't know what they're going to do about that. We'll let them decide. I'm not here to break down their plays, right? Yeah, they do play it safe. And there's nothing we're doing about that. Shoot. The draw they have just like overcompasses everything we're doing here. All right. 3 cards in hand. They need to run out of removal at some point. The bad thing is, though, they're at 7 land, and, you know, that plays the Giants, which we can't stop, so... I guess that's just good game. Especially when they have 16 life still, right? I mean, we could Squad Commander and just start blocking it, but... Let's make them work for it, I guess. They're just cultivating, looking for even more land, I guess. A little bit aggressive, isn't it? Kill Pokranos. Do they have another from their hand? They won't be playing it this turn, of course, but... The Goose! I'm not sure what that's for. Land, that's awesome. Draw another one here. I think we can probably just scoop out here. Over it, right? I'm not going to top deck. Going first, we have to toss this. You know, it doesn't support everything here. We've got some blue drops we want to play. From one extreme to the other. That's just delightful. Cry. Maybe we can make it work. I don't know. Nothing like a 5-card hand. Ah. Good start. It's a good start, baby. I like when you have a string of bad luck like that, though. You get it all out of the way. Okay, so they could bounce it. They could just be dealing damage here. Stomp the Aspirant, fine. Whatever. They're going to have Brazen Borrower into the Royal. You know, that dragon. Let's see how we survive this. Another Stomp. Wow. Going Stomp crazy. We do hit for 5, though. They need to just bounce it. They foretell. I'm interested. Down to 3. We get the draw. Another land. Wouldn't have expected anything else. Our opponent's bricking, but look at the power of that Ascendant Spirit. Good game. They brick, but, you know, we just had a string of bad luck, too. So, going first. Land is finally here. Cards are here. Hooray! Right, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Warrior, wizard, wizard, warrior, though. So we do need a cleric and a rogue in the mix. Let's see if we can find them. Well, there's a rogue. Cycling without Luris as a companion, which means they have the field wipe. Stuff like this. We ran into it yesterday. -1/-1 on everything. Stinger in play. We can attack with everyone, boast the Usher if they decide to trade, and even if they don't, we boast as well. Alright, so this is looking a lot better. This Usher of the Fallen is so good. Rescuer gets chump blockers out there. Can we pick up a cleric off the top? That's what we need. No. So let's double drop. And now it's just flying damage. Ooh, we mill a rescuer. They're only at 3, so we're not getting the draw from the robber for some time. It is also our only rogue. The -1 still cripples us here if they get it. I think it's a double black, though. Maybe it's not. Healer in play. They want to gain some life as well. Now they're making a token doing damage and gaining life, which is really good. And drawing a card, basically. Cleric off the top. Nice. Alright, they get the cycle in on their turn as well. And this is at the beginning of combat. If you have a full turn, choose target non-land permanent and opponent controls until your next turn. It can't attack or block, and its activated abilities cannot be activated. We could also do this as well. We're hitting for 5. You know, I don't think these tokens matter. We may as well just play defensively against them. And then, you know, next turn we can go crazy. Getting rid of a Go for Blood is nice as well. Let's see how this turn ends up for us, though, right? They could easily wipe our field. It wipes their field, too, though, in a massive way. 5/4 I don't care about, even though it does have haste and trample. Our turn is perfect. Squad commander wins us the game undoubtedly here. The +1, hey? Seven attackers. Let's get them. They do have to block. They're down to 12. But it clears the field state, which is nice. The 5/4 is not blocking, which is irrelevant because we also have Indestructible. So, you know, that's nice. Definitely not where they want to be. They're probably sitting on a flare too. I'm not sure we'll get very much damage through. It looks like 8, 9, 10 here goes through. They could block the 2/1 as well. We have plenty of chump blockers of our own with the commander and tokens. Massive removal, and we mill card. We're at 17, they only have 9 in the graveyard. So I think we're safe no matter what happens. Right, we can sack Linvala if it's a wipe on their turn. Obviously the -1 Indestructible doesn't really save us. We have a few creatures that survive, which will win us the game still. But it's good, right? You have Indestructible on attack, you have Indestructible on defense. You dog. So there's no target, so they won't gain the life. And that's fun, and that's going to get us the win. Back on track. Going first, hand looks very nice. You know what we like to do. Turn 1, Usher. Turn 2, Luminarch. Turn 3, Linvala. Unless we need the Magistrate. In which case it can go in, you know, actually second, but... Squad Commander, too, if we hit 4. So we have Warrior, Cleric, Wizard. We're just missing Rogue. Hitting for 3 here. Shepherd in play. Okay, I see what's going on here. Let's end our turn. Looking for a rogue. We have the Trapfinder. We have the Windrobber. 8 rogues for us to get. Okay. Let's grab Hexproof. We could double drop. They probably have a giant killer. And I don't mind a double kill, right? A 2-for-1. I think that's good, a 2-for-1. That was a 1-drop, keep in mind. That took out a 2-drop and a 3-drop together. Even though we have no value, it seems. Okay, that sucks. And they did have a giant killer. We get 1 damage through here. End our turn. Nice. Nothing like losing against your own deck. It's not enough, is the thing. They just have a Legion Angel army. I don't mind the Savior. They're probably going to play their Angel, too. We're not protecting ourselves. There's nothing to protect from. The ability we have to consecutively drop lands is incredible. They just tap our Angel, hit us for 8. Good game. Alright, let's play one more match, see if we can catch a break. Our opponent goes first. Our land looks nice. Our drops seem easy. Let's see how we make out with it. Let's triple drop. Well, I guess double drop, but we'll have 3 in play. Let's see how it works out for us. Our opponent is playing fairly slow here. Intimidator in play. Maybe Trapfinder first would have been better, but it's suspect to removal, and if we go wide, the removal is less valuable. All this land, I don't know what to do with it. It's not how that's supposed to go. They're really thinking about it. I would just be flooding the field with things. Like, the 3 damage is irrelevant. They can go +1/+1, so we just leave it. Aspirant in a little late. So it can't be blocked if we have a party member enter the field on top of it. And then if we have a full party, creatures we control gain when they deal combat damage. Draw a card. Do we read it again? I don't know why this is my timer. What's going on here? Why is it my timer? If it's not one thing, it's another today. Oh my god. I love it. Great, 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 great. Let's reload in. Dun, 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 dun. I do love the loading screen this set. Like the Northern Lights. Aurora Borealis. Pretty cool. I did a bear deck free to play. I called it Aurora Borealis. And it did so poor. It made me so sad. I was so proud of it. It's a good deck. Great name for it. Great thumbnail. And just didn't perform. And now we're out of the match. Did we lose rank? Yep. Crying. All right, we're going first. You know, such bad luck today. This will be our last match. You know, I can't leave a connection like that be our last match. Right? It's too much. We're dropping Wizard and Warrior on top of a Cleric, which is very nice. Let's see if it even survives, though. Frost Augur? Human Wizard? We could draw cards if there's snows. Which is just him and land. Or her. It's a her. Looks like a her. Hit for 3. We're looking for a rogue. Which it seems like we always are. We either have all rogues or no rogues. Cry. They're playing slow, gaining life. Let's take our damage first. Alright, we're going all in. We're going all in. If they don't have a wipe, we win. If they do, they win. Unfortunately, we don't have our Protector out, so this is the turn that we just risk it. And in best of 1, you can do those things, right? Of course, I recommend if people play control decks, they always mulligan until they have a wipe in hand, but can't always get it. Giant Killer in play, that's fine. So we know there's no wipe. This is so good. Let's just take it. If there's any removal, it has to be now. Because we can just grab Indestructible. Everybody goes in. We hit for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we have now Indestructible in play if there is a field wipe. It is needing to be exile, but I think we're safe from it. There's no block. That's what it's there for. That's what it's there for. indestructible. It works. Sometimes we just have bad luck, but it definitely works. This Archpriest of Iona is such an incredible aggro creature. A 3/2 for 1. Oh! Alright, you see we had such a bad streak there, but, you know, we brought it back and we started out really nice as well. And, you know, just holding our own in Diamond 3 is not anything to complain about. Alrighty, so the deck performed alright. You know, there's nothing wrong with like a 55% win rate. That's okay. I think we did have some really tough matchups there. And, of course, you know, you can only hope to do so much within the current meta, trying out new decks every day. I think Azorius Party's nice. I think that it did perform all right, as we've seen. We didn't lose rank. You know, I just think we can make it better is the thing. So let's take a look at these cards I mentioned earlier. We've got Practice Tactics for 1, Consecrate Defense for 1, Journey into Oblivion potentially for 1, Beacon of Unity potentially for 1, and the Spoils of Adventure potentially for 2. The Adventure, gaining 3 life, drawing 3 cards. The Beacon of Unity is just a 4/6 body. Oblivion, exiling target permanent, non-land permanent, I should say. Consecrated Defense, countering unless they pay 1 plus the number of creatures in your party. And then Tactics, to attacking or blocking creature, damage equal to the number of creatures in your party as well. So, you know, do we need that interaction? Do we need the exile? Do we need the counter? Do we need the damage effect / removal again, right? Or do we need more creatures, or do we need some more draw, right? So there's definitely interaction available to us within the deck, like we see in the sideboard, but it just becomes a question of, do we need it? And if we do, how do we sub out some of these cards for it? Maybe Spoils could take the place of 2 Ascendant Spirits. Stuff like this. You know, it is really, really hard because we are a party deck and we want to make sure we have a full party. So to drop too many creatures is always, I think, very, very risky. And, you know, some of our creatures have that nice combination, like the Trapfinder, like the Spirit, like Linvala, like the Squad Commander, even the Protector and Windrobber. Usher of the Fallen, and everything just has a great ability here now that I look at it. Every single creature card in this deck acts as if it has a sorcery or instant attached to it. So, you know, maybe we just forget about it and don't need it and we're overthinking it, but the options are here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because like I said, I'm kind of at this crossroads where I'm not confused, but unsure how to progress. Because I think it's good, but there also are other options that could make it better. So we're going to continue to test them. Of course, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Really curious to what you guys have to say as to this topic here with the sideboard cards and the main board. Do we need more interaction? And, you know, how are we going to go about that? Thank you guys for your time and attention. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to all of your friends. Join our Discord for access to our 500,000 gem giveaway, 100 one-on-one sessions with myself, more free cash prize tournaments every month, Brawl and Artisan, you know, just so much happening in their Discord. I could go on and on with the goodies and activities that we have planned. Thank you for your continued support. It really means a lot to me, and I'll see you in just a few seconds within the next video.